This solemn, dreamy mural, now erased, was emblazoned on the wall of 3180 Adams Street near Préfontaine and St. Catherine, and held the last remaining public memorial to Sarah Maxwell, whose tragic death in 1907 inspired a grassroots campaign to memorialize her sacrifice and bravery. The Hochelaga school fire of February 26, 1907 claimed the lives of 16 young children aged from 3 to 8, while many others survived thanks to the heroic actions of Sarah Maxwell, 31, who had served as principal of the school for 7 years and died saving children at the Hochelaga Protestant School, which sat on the east side of Préfontaine, the third building north of St. Catherine. As soon as she saw the smoke, she ran towards us and called out for everyone to hurry outside, and ran to open the door and pushed it open. I knew we didn't have time to get our things. She had some of us by the arms and would do anything to get us toward the front door, said student Mary Hazy. Maxwell, against wiser counsel, rushed back to save more children and was not seen alive again. "Oh, I am burning," she screamed as a firefighter made a futile effort to grab her onto his ladder. 3 other teachers also helped rescue kids, and they managed to get out on the ladder through the window. A kinder girl never stepped in shoes. She was kind to her scholars and was kind to everyone, beyond description, said caretaker Mrs. Hands. Among the dead was the daughter of William Hingston Jr., whose father had served as Montreal mayor from 1875. Hingston Jr. was awarded a medal for helping save the children. The students who died were William John Zimmerman, 7, James Pilkington Lindley, 6, Alberta Jackson, 6, Lillian Ridge, 5, Myrtle Spragg, 5, Mabel Spragg, 3, Edna Davy, 5, James McPherson, 7, Annie Jackson Andrew, 9, Crillia Forbes, 6, John Lomas, 6, James Frederick Anderson, 6, Gladys Hingston, 6, Joseph Johnson, 7, Ethel Lambton, 5. Many of the children who were rescued from the wood-heated school, which had no telephone or fire escapes, escaped by ladder. Many more might have died had little Thomas Hogan, 5, not pushed through the smoke and urged others to follow him to safety outside. The Montreal morgue was seriously overcrowded following the disaster, as the usual suicides and accidents had already filled up the death house with a higher-than-usual traffic, including one sad case of a father who died when his carriage flipped over on the way back from his young son's funeral. An investigation failed to lay criminal blame on anybody. The Montreal Standard newspaper put out a special edition magazine in her honor, and it sold out. In the ensuing months, 40,000 kids raised over $4,000 for a fund to help children. The Montreal Star also actively supported the fundraising campaign, which elicited donations of as little as 5 cents, with donors' names published in newspapers. Elsie Villiers, who survived the blaze but lost a sister in the fire, was killed 2 years later in a freak accident at a train station. A piece of stone was knocked off a pillar and hit her on the head, crushing her immediately. She was 12. Maxwell's death elicited a huge reaction, and her funeral attracted a large crowd, with many Protestant schools closing for the day to allow students to attend. The Maxwell Memorial Campaign resulted in the naming of a wing at the Children's Hospital for Sarah Maxwell, as well as a school on Préfontaine Street in Montreal, which closed, and her name then went on a school on Park George Street in Montreal North, which lasted until 1951 and then until 1973 under a different name. Christchurch Cathedral also has a memorial tablet honoring Maxwell, in memory of Sarah Maxwell, principal of Hochelaga School, who gave her life in a noble attempt to save the pupils at the destruction of the building by fire on 26 February 1907.